Yeah. Whoa. Bringing it up, you know, you gotta go higher than you're ever gonna go so that it feels comfortable, you know. Woo! Like how a car can go 120 miles an hour, but you only go 60 miles an hour, you know. It's like if you were full throttle all the time, man, your car would break.
Good day, my name is Pete McKenzie. This is my brother Seth.
What's going on?
Here we are at You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, the inaugural session.
Ooh, nice one.
And I'm speaking with Mr. Seth Roach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
All right. Thanks for coming over, Seth.
Absolutely. My
Spending
pleasure.
your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know Mr. Seth Roach, he is the front man, the front crazy man of the Blues Machine, playing at the Crazy Elephant 5 nights a week.
Yep, Clark E.
This man is an insane music machine, and he's a composer of his own music.
Very much.
Fantastic musician in his own right. Plays 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 different instruments.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And has, I think, a pretty big fan base here in Singapore.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have, over like 100 diehard fans, that come to all my gigs, and, it doesn't matter how many fans I have. I love the fans that I have. They're so cool. I love Singapore and just, yeah, man. I'm loving it.
Nice.
She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
So we're going to talk a little bit about Seth's music today, but I think we're going to start things off with the vinyl experience. So,
Yes.
what have you discovered?
Well, in your collection there, I picked this bad boy out. Diary of a Madman. This is my favorite album. I got into Ozzy Osbourne whenever I was like 11 or 12 years old, and really just got into Randy Rhoads, the guitarist for Diary of a Madman, and Blizzard of Oz, and a few other little side things, but it's pretty much what Randy was part of. I bought all the Randy Rhoads videos with, what's his name, Kurt Mitchell, teaching you how to play Crazy Train and all that mess. But there's something about Diary of a Madman, this album. I don't know, it's a little darker. There's just something about it. It's really cool.
What's your favorite track from this album?
I mean, I really like Believer, and but the title of the album, Diary of a Madman. I mean, that's the coolest one on the album for sure. It's got everything. It's got like classical guitar pieces in it. It's got rock in it. It's got screaming solos. It's got, I don't know, the lyrics are pretty creepy. It's just got everything you want. It's everything you need with Ozzy Osbourne.
And you were telling me the other day you were here, you picked up my son's classical guitar and you played D, didn't you?
Absolutely, off of fourth track off of Blizzard of Oz. That's a track Randy Rhoads wrote for his mother, D.
So you and Ozzy are D man.
Yeah.
And Randy. Actually, this is probably also the first album I ever bought with my own money.
Really?
It was a cassette tape back in the day.
Hmm.
But I got it on vinyl a couple years ago. Glad to have it. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Absolutely.
She is me. She's my everything. Yeah. She's the devil in me.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Seth, or tell the audience.
From Louisiana, so made sure to wear my Louisiana shirt here. Cajun, super Cajun boy, from a very small town, about 800 people. I guess it's a village, you would say. We have usually one police officer. We have one place where you can buy groceries, milk, stuff like that. I was the only person really that played guitar in my town. Maybe there was one other person that had a guitar, but I didn't have a lot of musical influence around me. I just got into music by chance, by luck, whatever, and there was just nothing to do down there, so I just played guitar all day long, all day.
How about the other instruments? How'd you pick those up? I mean, you're well known for playing flute here in Singapore, and keyboards, you're like a magician, so.
Yeah, I started playing trombone in elementary school, and then my dad got me a keyboard, so I learned how to move around on that thing. Then I got on the guitar, and once you know guitar and piano, you kind of start relating everything to the piano. Piano's a really good instrument to have a bass on. After that, I started to experiment with other little instruments when I was living in Bangkok, Thailand. I worked at a school there, and I'd go in the music department, and they had all these crazy, Thai instruments. And I like making sounds. I like, if I go to a party and there's enough empty beer bottles, I'm the guy that's gonna go fill them up with different levels of, water, and then we'll start playing, major scales, and we'll give the bottles around to the people in the party and try and hit major triads and chords, So, I've made little instruments. So for me to jump on a new instrument now, it's really no issue, because all the instruments, there's certain aspects of each one that cross over. There's certain hand positions on the guitar that it's gonna match on the piano. So pretty soon it's like you're learning the same instrument over and over and over again. So yeah, I play 8 instruments, but really I'm only playing one instrument, just
Cool.
The instrument, right?
So how did the flute come out?
The flute,
Because you got flute groupies here in Singapore, people who come out.
they always want the
just-
flute, and then now that we do the Jethro Tull, they want me to stand on the one leg and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I had my violin, and I was bringing my violin here, but United and Delta and all those airline companies, they stopped letting me check 2 bags. I have to pay for the other bag now. So I had to limit the amount of instruments that I would take. And I like the idea of playing a lot of instruments on stage and just adding different timbres to the music. I don't want to just have just 2 guitars, a bass, drummer, and then have some vocals. I like the sound of having a piano in a band. I like the sound of having horns in the band, and the flute and just violin. It tickles something different in your mind. but I can't hire a big band, so I had to kind of just be able to do it myself. And it's very impactful. Even though we only play like one song with the flute, that one song is very like, boom, it just hits them hard. And once I started realizing that I could get that reaction out of people by just playing one song with a different instrument, but hopping around, it became my thing. And the flute, it seems so small and light and easy to carry. I could just bring it on the plane. So it just kind of made sense. It was like, I don't know, it seemed like something that would be really easy to incorporate, easy to bring around. And I really love the sound of Jethro Tull, just all that stuff. Some of the King Crimson stuff has like some flute in it.
Right.
But the flute was definitely the hardest instrument to learn out of all of them. I mean, even harder than the violin. They say violin's the hardest one, but for me, I play guitar, and I tune my violin kind of like a guitar. So once you get used to the bow, and I even hold it like a guitar, I hold it like this. So it wasn't so hard for me to make good sounds, but with the flute, you have to have that perfect little embouchure. I mean, you're shooting out a bead of air the size of a grain of rice. I mean, it's really hard. The first 2 months, I would just sit on the couch watching TV, playing the flute, and I would black out because I was putting out too much air.
No,
I was just like, you'd see the little bubbles like, and it's like, uh-oh, I'm out. Boom. And then boom.
Wow.
I couldn't even make a sound out of it. I was getting very frustrated. And then one day, I seen a YouTube video, and the guy's like, it's gotta be like a bead of rice, like a little grain of rice, and you have to go like Winnie the Pooh, Pooh, Pooh. So I was like trying to just blow, but you need to have like a sudden burst of energy, and it has to be a really small bead of air. And once you get that, man, you're good. You're good. Flute's awesome.
Sweet.
She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
Gotta ask you though, all your tattoos,
Oh yeah.
I'm sure each one of them has a story, but can you tell me maybe about
Sure.
one of them?
Yeah, I mean, all of them have a special meaning for me. Normally when I'm traveling around, in Bangkok, I got the laying Buddha here, just because I wanted to get something to remember Thailand by. And I just kept seeing this dude just chilling out everywhere, wherever I'd go. It's like, wow, look, the laying Buddha. So I got that. I got the Mary and stuff to remind me of my mom, my family, that kind of stuff. I mean, this one, my buddy drew for me, Einstein's equal MC square, and different ones. But I guess the one that means the most for me here in Singapore would be my hand tattoo. Always wanted a hand tattoo just because it's like, it's edgy. It's like a step before a neck tattoo, or I don't know if I would do a neck tattoo, but I got this one here. Maybe you can see that. But it says Heritage. It says Heritage, and that's my favorite band here in Singapore. I mean, they go way back. I don't know, like 20 or 30 years or whatever. They used to play at a place called JJ's down in like Chinatown area. And after my shows, they played later than me, so I would go down and watch them. I'd write music while watching them, and their singer, the front man, Atwell, Mr. Atwell, rest in peace. Atwell, he played the flute on stage, and he played the violin on stage, and he would like take it to a new level with like the wah-wah pedals and wah. It was awesome. And I mean, maybe that's even where I started to feel like I wanted those sounds in my band, And I actually was gonna go and find Atwell and ask him for lessons on violin and flute. And then everyone in the room looked at me like, oh, you don't know? I didn't even know. It had passed like 2 months before. No one had told me. I mean, I was in the States, but yeah, I wasn't in the loop. And that was very devastating for me. So I didn't sleep for like 2 days. I just like I went to a tattoo shop, and I was very upset, and I just said, I want heritage on my hand, you know. And I got it, and then I went and found some of the members in Heritage, and I like showed them, you know, the tattoo, and they're like, whoa, you know.
Like the other day we saw Steven and
That's right, you know.
Sportsman, right?
That's right, you know. But they really were the best band here in town.
Fantastic.
I felt that. I always felt that.
I saw them a bunch of times too, myself, yeah. And in fact, my band played the Atwell Johnson tribute at Barbershop.
Oh, wow.
I think about a week after he passed. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man, because he didn't even really like drink or smoke, and you know, he was exercising. He was trying to be healthy, you know, during that. So it's just tragic.
It is tragic. Right.
Well, let's bring this up to a new level. Let's do this for Atwell. Atwell would love what we're doing here.
Sure.
Let's do some music.
Cool.
You direct this monster.
She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
First, I want to ask you one more thing, though. I mean, we might have some aspiring musicians out there watching us.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if you can share some pro tips. You know, what advice would you give to, you know, the young musicians out there? How can they up their game?
First thing you can do to up your game is stop reading those lyric sheets on stage. I think that'll help out, and the iPad counts too. You know, don't read the lyrics on stage. First of all, if you're reading the lyrics on stage, how can you make eye contact with people? If you don't make eye contact with people, I don't feel like you're really going to connect to them. I mean, when you're talking to someone, normally you have to like look in their eyes, you know. If I'm talking to you and I'm like looking over here, it's a little weird. I think it's the same thing for an entertainer. You know, you want to make that eye-to-eye contact, that connection. So if I have a full house at the Crazy Elephant, there might be 100+ people there. I make it a point to try and stare each person in the eye, every single one of them. You know, some people I've heard, you know, they'll pick one person in the audience and play to
The person
them.
with the most energy, feed
you know,
off of that person.
They'll do that, but
Yeah.
you know, for me, I just like to scan the crowd and look at each one in the eye, and that can tell me a lot about a person. You know, when I look you in the eye, a lot of times when you stare someone in the eye, they'll get a little like, I don't know, nervous or anxious, and they'll immediately like look away. So you stare at them, and then they look away, and it's like, okay, I'll come back to you later, you know. As far as like playing on stage and stuff, I try and really use the space, you know. So I try and clear a really nice space and get all the cables out of the way, because I'm going to be running all over it.
That's one of the things, is you got a lot of energy, you move around.
Yeah. So because, you know, I feel like you start to get bored when your head is just kind of here, and then you're like looking here. I want them to be like, it's just I don't know. I like to dance a lot on stage, do squirrely movements with my feet, and everything's just, it's theater. It's trying to I don't know, like Michael Jackson, man, when he would be dancing. If you watch him, he's like moving his legs and stuff, but like maybe the legs are like the hi-hat and his elbows like the snare. I mean, he's walking music. And I you know, Prince is the same way, James Brown, and just all those guys, man. Sly and the Family Stone. You watch how every part of their body is moving. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where the energy comes from. I mean, I'm still kind of young, so I don't know if I can do all that when I get older. But for right now, man, I'm feeling great, you know.
Great. Cool. Well, we're going to have you on again. We're going to do this more than once, so I'm going to hear some more pro tips from Seth.
Yeah, of course.
But now you're going to play a song for us, right?
Sure, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the song we're going to hear.
She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
Well, I mean, I guess guess the song that I'm really trying to push these days is one called "She Is Me." It was normally I write all my lyrics. I've probably written about 18, to 20 something songs. I only have one of them recorded professionally. I'm still new to this business marketing game. I spent a lot of time in R&B just writing and stuff, but now it's time to show people. But this song's really special because I didn't write the lyrics. My best buddy in the whole world, his name's David Cornish, aka Duke Dillon. He was a journalist in like Vietnam and editor-in-chief at this newspaper, and he's got little articles. If you like go on Korean Air or whatever, you can see little things in the magazine. He's a writer. He's putting out a book called Dirt Road Dreams. He focuses on the lyrics. I don't focus on the lyrics so much. I mean, all my favorite Led Zeppelin songs, my favorite Deep Purple songs, I have no idea what they're saying. I have no idea. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. I'm just hearing the musicality of the voice, the melody of the voice. I'm really not focusing on the words. So to have me writing words for songs, I feel like it's an injustice because I'm really not focusing on it so much. Where he only thinks about the words, right? So for someone who likes music and for someone who just likes words, it just makes sense. Kind of like Elton John and
Bernie Taupin.
Bernie, whatever. Elton John didn't write all those best songs. The lyrics. He would just receive something in the mail, like Tiny Dancer lyrics, and then he would read the words, and just however it made him feel, he would just put the chords to it. And that's what I did with this song. It was the same exact method. This song, the words are very deep, dark, uplifting, and I don't know, gut-wrenching at the same time. It's called She Is Me. I think what David's getting at is in your spouse or your lover or a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, when you're getting aggravated with them, really what you're getting aggravated with is the qualities of yourself that you don't like so much. So if they remind you of yourself, then you kind of lash out. So you're lashing out at yourself, and that's what the whole thing is about, I think. I think he was really just pissed off at some chick and just got revenge with words. But I think it's a beautiful song. I'm going to record it at the end of this year, probably in Denver, Colorado. I'm going to go back over there. He's got a studio that we can use, and hopefully I can release this as a single by the end of the year or maybe beginning of next year, something like that. But let's do it.
Cool.
She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
Alright, take 22.
And a third.
Them down, away from the trail. Listen for sounds that I do not hear, just waiting around to feel. Statements she made all slowly revealed. Making my way, she keeps tapping her heels. I'm trying to escape, but keep chasing my luck while these shadows interrupt. I'm approaching a place where she's falling down. Who is she? She's my enemy, yeah. She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me. She's my angel, then the demon inside. She's my homicide, please stay a while. She's the truth, but I know that she is a lie. My ego, she makes me fly. Right before she buries me alive, eats me from the inside, lifts me up, make sure I shine. She is me, she's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
It's an intense thing. You gotta really put out for that one.
Yeah.
She is me. She's my everything, yeah. She's the devil in me.
Is this song available anywhere?
Not yet. Very soon.
The first place it's been available to hear?
Pretty much, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I have a demo recording of it, but I wouldn't show none of you guys.
Do you play it live?
We do it live. We do it 5 nights a week at the Crazy Elephant. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we also do Mr. Beats, which is a cool one too. About a homeless guy that I knew. He's not homeless anymore, I don't think, but he used to be.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much, Seth.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks, man. That you and I will die makes me smile, then makes me cry. She's my angel, then the demon inside. She's my homicide, please stay a while. She's the truth, but I know that she is a lie. My ego, she makes me fly. Right before she buries me alive, eats me from the inside, lifts me up, make sure I shine. She is me, she's my everything.
So let's do the outtakes.
Okay.
So welcome to the outtakes section of our interview. So my name's Al Jorgensen. I'm speaking today with Mr. Giddy Haynes from the Butthole Surfers. My name is Jethro Tull, and I'm sitting here today with Tony M. from.
What's going on, guys?
Yo.
Oh wait, is it this one? What's up? Legalize it.
Don't criticize it, man. So, good day. My name is Donald Trump, and I'm speaking here today with Hillary Clinton.
I never told a lie.
So, Seth, when you become the 51st president of the United States, what's the first thing you're going to do?
Well, I guess, I don't know. Maybe the first thing I would do is,
I know what you're going to say. But you don't want to say it, do you?
but we can do funny things, like I'll switch this to over here. You know, they'll be like, hey, wait. Yeah, I would definitely legalize it all over the board. You know, we could use that tax money to, you know, I mean, it's working for Colorado. I mean, that's one reason why I kind of want to move there. And
It's working for Oregon. It's working. It's working.
Don't criticize it, man.
Legalize it. Ready? Nice. Cool, man. Yeah, we're gonna try and go just full lefty just for the fun of it, man. That's awesome. It's completely reversed. Cool. It's like you're a beginner again.
How old were you the last time How old were you when you played a right-handed guitar at this level?
Oh man, at this level I must have been 11.
Picking your first chord.
Yeah, like trying to be like, what? Be like, huh? What? Like that, you know? Like, huh? How am I gonna do that with my hand? You know? What I gotta do? Down, down, up, up, down, up, up.
I think I was playing my first chords for like 2 months before somebody told me that there was such a thing as an upstroke. I was just doing downstrokes only. Dun, dun, dun.
Jesus. Yeah. I mean, if I had to, if you said you gotta perform with this left-handed guitar tonight, yeah, I would definitely probably flip it around like that. And then, I mean, I guess I'd be like...
Played Albert Leeway. King, right?
Is that how he does it?
He plays one of your guitars, a right-handed guitar. He swaps it, plays it his way.
Stuff's a little easier, but doing chords on a left-handed guitar is crazy. First time I ever tried to play a left-handed guitar.
But I can't play it truly left-handed, 'cause I would sound like this. So I gotta flip it around. But everything is freaking upside down. That's so cool. I'd probably do a lot of stuff like on one string, you know. You know, I find a way to do it, but it's so different. It's cool, man. It's a cool thing to try. You know, if you're a guitar teacher and you're having trouble identifying with your students, just take your guitar, like a left-handed guitar, flip it around, and try and play it truly left-handed, and you're gonna feel your students' pain. Like, absolutely. Well, that's enough of that. But that's funny, man. You should make everybody do that, just to, you know, because...